Oh, okay. Get yourself set up. We
Right,
are.
babies. What are you doing? We
We
gotta
are.
make some more old fashioned.
We're
We got.
live.
We got.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It is Friday. Friday and the podcast. It has been a day. It has been a day. If you're listening to this later, you're not live. We'll wait till people show up. My God, I could not live in the city. I couldn't do it. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to go 40 miles because people can't seem to understand how to drive their damn cars. It's so frustrating. Like, this week has just been full of wrecks all over the highway. And I have an idea on how to fix some of it. Most people are going to say it's radical, but whatever. You get in a wreck and it's your fault, deported. Like, and they just roll the dice. And they're like, congratulations, you now are a resident of Somalia. Enjoy your stay. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. I got a couple of horrible stories this week. Kaz says he's got some real good stuff. That remains to be seen. He usually does come up with some good stuff. So, winter is almost here, which I hate. I like it better than the summer, but no, it's coming. We got to see some stuff with the Trump administration this week. Mike Tyson's fights tonight, by the way, so we got to get done so that we can watch. Dude, I hope Mike Tyson hits that guy so much he ends up talking like Mike Tyson. That's my dream. My dream. I did see him slap him, but it didn't look like it had that much heat to it. I have to ask Kaz about that. Let's see. Oh, there. Nope. There it is. There it is. Found it. I found our YouTube. Okay. I gotta do this. There we go. Yes. Hello. Um,
You coming in here?
He's talking to his dog. Oh my gosh. I wish I could share with you guys on YouTube some of the stuff I enjoy on Twitter, but I can't even
Are we YouTube live yet?
Yep, we are
YouTube live?
Yep. We
I
are
got
live. F the audio podcast, guys. Who you got in the fight?
I'm very torn because I think if Mike Tyson gets a hold of him, he's going to knock him out. I think Jake Paul's going to try to use his age and try to go and dance around and wear him out.
I saw your that slap you told me about.
Oh,
What's up? What's up, Dirty Frank? In the chat. This Ralph.
is Dirty Frank one of those that we can't post anything he posts?
No. It's Ralph.
Oh.
It's Ralph. I was just being.
Oh, Dirty Frank. Oh,
Yeah, I couldn't remember Ralph. I don't know why.
Well, that's all right.
It's like, what the hell is his name? What is even that? But
Well, I am old fashioned up, so I'm ready.
So the slap, you told me, you were like, Mike
Uh-huh.
Tyson's slap. Dude, it didn't seem like it had a lot of heat behind it.
No, I didn't.
I was
It
like, that's when it turned on me, and I'm like, I don't know, man. This kid might actually have enough to take him just age-wise. Because the old Mike Tyson would have hit that dude, teeth would have been spitting out, and he'd have been on the ground.
But it was an open hand slap, though. I mean, he did slap the shit out of him, but
I don't know, man. Imagine Mike Tyson in his heyday slapping somebody. I don't know that that guy would have been able to fight. Oh my God. So I didn't get Penguin watched. I didn't have HBO Max, but you can talk about it. I don't care if it's ruined.
No, you got to watch it. It's so good. I can't.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So we'll do that next week.
Okay.
Is there anything better than boobs? I'm just saying, as a guy, like
Boobs are great. I
they're
love boobs.
yes.
And but I'm a leg guy. So if
That's 3/4 gay. Just saying. But go ahead. No, I'm just teasing.
so I show you a picture of Stacy Keebler's legs and I'm gay.
No.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I was just they were talking about Sydney Sweeney and how she single-handedly, well, not single-handedly, but double-boobedly ended woke culture.
I agree. I'm not mad at her. Boobs are great, and it's what's funny is I don't care what you like in boobs. It doesn't matter if a girl shows you her boobs; they're all perfect. When they show them to you, I think they're all perfect.
So, if you got boobs, besides you, Ralph, we've
Send me
seen
pictures.
yours. We do not want to see yours again, Ralph. That was disturbing.
Yeah,
Especially,
just put the bra back on.
well, the thing was that got me was the piercings. That's what really was disturbing. With the
If you had to
bell?
watch, if you had to watch Deadpool and had it chained all together, I would have been, piercings are okay, but all chained together like that.
Yeah, and the bells. The bells really confused me. I was like, wait, okay, to each his own.
I wonder who makes them go Jingle Bell.
So it motivates him to do jumping jacks. Shishing, shishing. That's one. I saw an interview with Tyson. Back to that real quick. That
Where he's
Tyson.
talking to the young girl.
Yeah, what did he say to her? Because I didn't actually watch it.
She asked him about his legacy, and he was like, "Who cares after you die? Because you're dead, so nobody really cares." I mean, he's like, "Your family's gonna remember you, but your legacy, will it ever really be truly remembered?" He said, "You're dead."
Oh my. I mean, he's not. Yeah, but it depends on who you are. Mike Tyson's legacy will never go away.
Right, but
It was one of the greatest
I think he was-
heavyweights.
right, but I think he's just trying to be a normal person. He's trying to not say that he's the greatest.
Well, that's
It's
just
kind of like that
yeah.
debate
He's
for
trying to be
basketball.
humble. He's trying to be
He's
humble.
trying to be humble. I think you're right.
My God, this guy is 60. Okay, we're gonna pull this
58
up.
years
I'm
old.
gonna pull this up. Oh. We're gonna pull this up real quick. Look at this dude at 60.
Oh, he's
Dude.
yoked.
He's still 60. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm telling you, if Mike Tyson in his prime did that to him, that stupid tattooed freak would have been. Yeah, he's gonna get knocked out. I think Mike Tyson's gonna get beat. I hate to say it. I think Tyson. I hope not, because you and I are the same generation. I want to see him dismantle this guy and hurt him so that from now on he talks like this. Hi, I'm Dick Paul. He wears
And
dresses.
but if you look at the slap, that was just an arm slap. He didn't put anything into that.
No, you're right. He didn't. He didn't
He
move.
didn't put
No.
anything. I mean, he didn't even twist his hips. That was
No.
all just arm. Mike Tyson is. Have you seen him hit a heavy bag?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my
It's
God.
like Joe Rogan kicking a heavy bag. You don't want either one of them to connect.
Okay. I'm going to change subject real quick before we start the podcast. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to pull this up and put it on the channel and just watch it for a second. I think people that do this, I think it should be allowed to hit them with a taser and then take a baseball bat and just hit him a couple times. You know, user's choice. That shit, this irritates me. Like, have you seen the ones where they throw the bucket on their head and then run off, or hit them in the head with stuff and then run off? Like that.
Like in the like when they're in the Lowe's or the Home
Yeah.
Depot or whatever. Oh, I watched a guy get choked out for that.
Oh, thank God. Ugh.
Yeah, that old man. One of those older men grabbed him and choked him out. Somebody had to pull him off.
Good. Okay, nature is healing. All right. I am coffeeed up. You're drunk up. Let's get this shit show on the go. It's been long enough. I can cuss. Yeah. Okay. How do I do this again? Oh yeah.
Did you put Kahlua in your coffee?
No. I actually use creamer though, so it's kind of jacking with me. All right.
Now recording.
And welcome to the Kamala Harris podcast, where we talk about all the things that are great about. Oh, dang it! All right, I'm Mac. It's Odd Times Podcast,
and I'm Kaz, and she is the original Hawk Tula. I don't care what anybody says. That's Montel.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Did Shaka went to a Diddy party being on the West Coast?
She did. They got her on.
Oh, did they? Did they have pictures of her at the Diddy parties?
Yeah, believe so. Yeah.
That's crazy.
How you been?
Good. I'm glad this week is over. I'm actually looking forward to next weekend. Hopefully, I'll get to see Gladiator. The more I'm seeing the trailers, the more I'm liking it. It looks very good.
I was disappointed that they didn't put a trans person as the main actor, and then everybody around him was part of the LGBTQ LMNOZ people. No, I haven't seen anything because Gladiator is done. There cannot be a sequel. I do not want to see it.
No, but there can be, because you have to remember that Maximus had sex with the king's sister.
Oh, okay.
And that's where this one comes from.
That one time at band camp.
Yes, at one time at band camp with the trumpet.
The thing was,
the trumpet went in the case. And see what happens when the case opens up and takes the trumpet. It makes
15-minute penalty for Kaz. No, the actual sequel, I believe, was going to be Maximus's journey through hell to get to his family. That was the original plot for the sequel.
That doesn't sound good. This one sounds better.
Well, they had that one Robin Williams movie that was him. He had died in a car crash. I don't remember the name. I have to look it up. But the whole journey was him running through the afterlife to try to get to either heaven or his family.
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I believe it was Robin Williams.
All right, can I say? I'm also looking forward to the Dune.
The TV show.
Yes,
about
the witches.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Anymore, I don't get excited for anything because I just can't. They've ruined so much of everything, and Hollywood's so bankrupt. Idea wise, everything has to check boxes. What is the name of that movie? Birdcage is great.
Birdcage was great. Red One. It's already out in theaters.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the one where they kidnap Santa Claus. It's got The Rock and Captain America.
Yeah.
I still have got to see Venom yet because I got one son that's camping this weekend at the river fishing. I got another son that's on his way to Foxborough, or will be on his way to Foxborough tomorrow morning to watch the New England Patriots, minus the one kiss you on your lips, Tom Brady. He's not going to be there. Yeah, who did they play? Actually, I cannot remember. And the sad thing is his Patriots are not very good this year. But he's going to get to see the Rams play, so he'll get to see Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua play. So
you're just making words up right now.
Yeah.
Would you Puka Nacua?
Puka Nacua, I believe.
Puka Nacua.
Yeah, okay. He's a wide receiver for the Rams, and they got the white boy Cooper Kupp.
Wait, what did you? You're saying words.
The white boy, Cooper Kupp.
Coop. I thought you said I thought you said that the Puka Nacua guy had a cup that was. I was like so confused.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, there was a movie.
Well, is it What Dreams May Come?
Yes, that's what it is. Thank you. What dreams
I
may
see
come.
it there. I just don't know if that's it or not. I've
It
never seen
is.
it.
I'm looking for it. What year?
It's right there, 1998.
98.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to go back up.
You went by it.
Yep, I did. I'm going back up. What dreams may come. Yes, so he dies in a car crash, and it is cinematically beautiful. It's a really odd movie, but it's like really fantastical, and like you see him go through this amazing adventure. I remember watching it. It's one of those movies that you'll watch once, and you're like, "That's good. I don't want to see it again." It's not, just because the subject matter is really dark. Cuba Gooding
Cuba
Jr.
Gooding
is
Jr.?
yeah, he's in it. I forgot about that. I think he's like an angel that's guiding him.
Oh,
So
it's got Max von Sydow in it. I like him.
yeah. And it's got Clara Thomas.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either. I just saw the name. Little girl at the lake. I'm very disappointed. Ralph is supposed to be our helper and help me to research the shit that I can't come up with right off the top of my head, and he's just hanging out. You're fired.
Yeah.
You're fired. I'll find somebody else. Oh,
Well, how was your week?
Werner Herzog's in that. Angry. That's
Angry?
the best way I can describe it. So, I had to go to Dallas this
Right.
week.
Love it.
So I left Oklahoma City. Nice 3.5 hour drive to where I'm going. 3 hours and 15 minutes on good traffic. So I leave early. I leave at 4:30, 4:40, somewhere in that ballpark. There's a wreck on I-40 that delayed me 30, 40 minutes. Then there was another wreck on I-35. Then there was a stalled car on I-35, and I finally get through it, about the Moore area, picking up steam. It's going good. Red tail lights. And I know it just happened because all of the emergency ambulances and everything, so they take 5 lanes and turn it into one going across the bridge. 2 hours to get to Texas. I wanted to. So, and I mentioned this while you went off to make yourself an adult beverage. I think that if you do that and you delay people on the highway, that you get deported. And they just roll the dice. They have each country has a number associated to it, and they just roll like a D&D dice. And they're like 20. You, Mr. Smith, are gonna now be a citizen of Somalia. Pack your things, and we wish you the best. By the way, you're a 60-year-old white guy. You're probably not going to do well, but we don't care anymore. You're an idiot. You're out. Like, there should be, like, you should lose citizenship for dumb shit. I really believe that. No, I don't. That's horrible. Then we would have more room for the actual good people, like the Mexicans. Like, think about it. They actually add something. Dude, 2 groups of people I do not like. Okay, it's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise the listeners, too. Old white guys, I can't stand, like, if they're over 60, they're just POS incarnate. They're just, they're the most entitled, like, oh my God, I'm so special. And it's like, dude, you flip me off, I could break you. Like, come on, calm your temper down. Just because you married a, okay. And the other group is young white women. I don't like either one of them. They're annoying to no end, which is what you've seen all over Twitter.
Oh yes.
But no, other than that, it was a pretty fine week. It was beautiful weather. That's how you know we're old. We talk about the weather. Oh,
Yeah, it
I
was
saw.
beautiful weather. This is our final fall. This is finally fall, and it's
Gonna get cold as shit
it's
next
a
week.
couple months out.
Yeah. But no, it was a good week. It was a fun week. I started to watch White House Down.
That's such a good show.
I thought that was a Gerard Butler movie, but it's Channing Tatum,
Yeah,
Maggie
that's the Channing
Gyllenhaal,
Tatum and
James Woods, and Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx is the president. Yeah.
Man, that has an all-star cast. I was like,
Mhm.
what? For a disaster movie.
I like the one with the other guy better.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, Gerard
London
Butler,
or
yeah.
Washington Has Fallen or something like that.
White House, or is it? Yeah, it's White House, or
Because London Has Fallen is the one that I saw, but I didn't watch it.
that's the second one. He made 3 of them actually.
By the way, for those listening, when you hear something that sounds like me breathing, it isn't. It's my fan. I have a fan over on the other side.
First,
I heard that the other day when I was listening to the podcast. I was like, "Is that me breathing?" It's like, no, because I have it detects sound. So when you hear it, it's my fan. So I apologize.
the first one was Olympus Has Fallen, and then it was London Has Fallen, and then it was Angel Has Fallen.
How many things have to fall before he gets it right?
Well, they're 2 different presidents, and then because Morgan Freeman is in it. Morgan Freeman plays like this, either the VP or the Secretary of State, and yep, he plays the VP. So then Aaron Eckhart plays the president in the first 2, and then he comes out of, and then Morgan Freeman plays the president in the last one. So they were all pretty good. London Has Fallen was pretty good too.
All right, while you're talking, I'm just gonna pull this up. Okay, these are the odds in the fight. Make your selection. By the way,
I put that out on Twitter, and I haven't got anything from anybody.
Otis responded to you.
Oh, did he?
He said hopefully Mike Tyson will, because he's bet his whole mortgage on it. So we'll have to see. Otis isn't what you would call the most bright candle in the box. I think that's how they say that. I hope Tyson wins.
Me too. But they say the payday is going to be nice for both of them. So
how much are they? $34,000 bet on Jake Paul to take down Mike Tyson. I'm all in with full confidence at 1.50 odds. I don't understand betting. Tyson's pushing 60, and this is Jake's moment to shine. If this goes down fair and square, it's easy money. Man, your discount, and that really has to be something you really take into consideration. I think I chased Ralph out. I'm sorry.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I hurt his feelings. I told people
Where'd
about
he go?
his nipple piercings. But I mean, you really have to take that into consideration with this, just because it's like, yeah, he was a killer at 19, because that's when he was doing most of that, 19, 20, 25. Like, he was a killer.
Oh, yeah.
Jake Paul is, how old is he? He's got to be in his 20s.
I can't remember. 26, 28?
Yeah.
But I know I just watched a video of him dancing to what made him a sensation on YouTube. He's 27 years old.
20. Yeah. So, I mean, and he's not a small guy either.
He's not a small guy. He's a pretty good sized dude.
No, dang it, he's still here. No, anyway, I'm just playing, man.
Chuck, go make you an old fashioned. Enjoy the crew.
He doesn't drink. God.
Maybe that's his problem.
You know what? Modern problems deserve modern solutions. I think he's right, Ralph. Mix you a drink, and don't. When I say a drink, like actual alcohol, not bleach, because I know how you've been talking lately. I did. So I enjoyed. Sometimes you feel like a movie and you start it and then you just go, eh. You probably don't.
All the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
I did that. But I started watching a TV show called Leverage. Did you like how I described my partner, by the way?
Yes, I did. I let that go because I didn't want you to keep going and get in trouble.
No, she was cracking up because I called her that. I called her a sassy tuna. Because she was talking trash, and I was like, listen here, you sassy tuna, I've had about enough of your mouth. She started cracking up. I said, that's a good one. I'm going to send that to Kaz.
That's a good show. I watched it till the end. I liked it.
What a great cast of characters. I don't know
I think
how...
it was a great cast. I like Timothy Hutton.
Timothy Hutton, that's who that was. And I like the black gentleman who's the IT guy. He cracks me up. And the one who's...
Oh yeah, he's actually got a new show coming out.
Okay,
I don't know if you've ever seen because Alex Cross is a group of books.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Yes, where he's a detective in L.A. I believe. I can't. I think so. They did one movie on it, and it was but it's a new show coming out on Prime, and it's based off the books. And the first movie
Damn,
had what's his name?
that's a high number for a TV show. 7.9. That's
Tyler Perry
wild.
played Alex Cross, and it wasn't an actual Tyler
Now,
Perry.
isn't he the one that does Medea?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
okay. I
But he
was.
was an actual. It was him actually acting as, he's a very very good actor. I like him as an actor, and the rumor was they were going to do multiple movies with him as Alex Cross, and I guess it just either he just did want to. I have no clue. I don't know if he wanted too much money. He didn't want to do it. Wanted to do his movies, because he has his own movie production.
Alex
So
Cross uses forensic psychology to analyze. That sounds like a good show, and I like this
you should
actor.
watch the
Okay.
movie. Yeah, you should watch
What's
the
it?
first
It's
one.
8 episodes. 8 episodes. It's only
It's
got a
fixed to
six.
come out on Prime.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I did find something else out. I'm gonna pull that up right now. I'm gonna make it a secret real quick. I got to pull this up to show everyone.
The Leverage.
No.
Well, on my screen, you're still going through Leverage.
Yep. Hold on. Let's see. This was a TV series, RoboCop TV series.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
this existed. I saw it on Amazon Prime. Oh, this has got to be probably one of the worst things ever. Who plays RoboCop? Richard Eden. I don't know him. I don't know any of these names.
Came out in 2014.
No, 1994. I think the box set came out.
Oh, there
probably.
it is. There it is. There it
Yeah, it came out in 94. With the 6-disc box set? Yeah, it says TV series. I don't know why it says 6 discs. Over 16 hours of mediocre TV.
There was 23 episodes of it.
I would imagine, because like American TV, they do, 24, usually 24 episodes.
Yeah, 20, depending. Some of them, 25, 26.
I think there's like a halfway point. Like if they're not getting eyes on it, they'll cancel it. It's like 12 or 13. That's how you know the show really didn't find an audience. But if it finds even a little bit of an audience, they used to keep it on and they would at least finish out the run. I don't know. I can't believe that this show was made. Cliff DeYoung is in that. He's good. He always plays a bastard, whatever role he's in. I didn't know that was a thing. And they have a RoboCop, the animated series. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
How
I
can
remember that, but I was like, no.
How can you screw up RoboCop? Like, I mean, genuinely. Like,
I have no clue.
these all have like barely watchable numbers. There's RoboCop Prime Directives, Meltdown, RoboCop Meltdown. Now the game was phenomenally fun. I really enjoyed the game. I haven't finished it because I have a problem. It's called attention deficit dumbass. So I get where I'm playing something and I'm like, So speaking of playing stuff, so I streamed on our channel, Baldur's Gate 3. I've been having a lot of fun with that game. Well, I hit a bug on my playthrough. I'm 3.5 hours in. Okay. So to regain the health of your party, you can do it one of 3 or 4 ways. So the first way is you use magic and heal everybody. You use a potion and heal everybody. Or you take a short rest. And you can do that twice. But after that's done, you have to go back to camp and take a long rest. And that's where you have your partners and everything at camp and you go around talk to people. But the short rest bugged out. I can no longer take a short rest, so now it's gonna change drastically how I play the game, and that's very disappointing.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer because it's like, do I want to keep playing? Because I know, like, I've played through most of Act 1 before, so I don't know if I want to keep playing it, but I don't want to start over. That's 3 hours, man. It's like, come on, man. Send an update, Sony, if you're listening, because I know you listen. Obviously, with millions of listeners. Sony's got to be one. Somebody at Sony, fix it. PlayStation 5. You still playing Call of Duty?
Of course.
How's
and
that?
PUBG. Call of Duty. My son and I played the other night till like 3:30 in the morning.
Wow, that's really late for you.
Well, that was the night that I had the fun.
Yeah.
So then I got home and played till like 3:30 that morning. But yeah. It was fun. We were playing zombies.
I heard
And,
that's amazing, is what I've heard.
The zombies it's no joke. Yeah, we got to level 41.
So what's the max level of that?
Like,
Wait, so
no clue.
does your
And
character level up?
Yes. Well, you level the guns up, but yes, your character levels up because you get XP. Yes.
So your character was level 41, or was it level 41 of the
No,
zombie?
that's level 41 of the zombies, and Devin was like, "I'm tired." I said, "Okay, so we gotta go. We got out. We exfilled the game."
Can you start back over at that point, or you have to start all
Yes.
over?
Yes. No, we can actually start because it's the same because we exfilled the game, so we actually got extracted. So,
Cool.
And yeah, you actually it's a building in the center of the map, and the thing about it is when you're playing multiplayer on zombies, if you're together, all the zombies come to you. So instead of just
Everybody running around and some guy over on the left gets swarmed. Okay.
But when you're trying to exfil, you have to be on the building.
Oh
yeah. So
is it a big map?
No. Yeah, no, it's a good sized map. It's a good sized map. Yeah, you can run around, and they've got zip lines, so you can zip line and get away from them. And the first time I exfilled, there was 4 of us. So there was 2 guys on the roof that were shooting, and we had a helicopter in the air, and then another guy called a helicopter in as the other one went down. So to get out, and everybody has to survive to exfil. So it's intense. It's fun.
What if they just made a Call of Duty Zombies game where like the whole world that you end up in is corrupted and you're just fighting different zombies? I mean, I know they got that game. They got Left 4 Dead and games like that. But what if they did it with like Call of Duty DNA? Do you think that would be a pretty good seller? Or is it just better with what it is? Do you think?
I think it's better the way it is. I don't think it would change anything. I think that's just an added extra. So when people get tired of playing the multiplayer games with fighting people, they have the zombies to get back into.
Do they have? Is it all just multiplayer? Like there's no single player element? I don't know. I haven't played a Call of Duty.
Yeah, no, it does. It does have a. What do I want to say? A story mode. So you can play
where you can play a disabled veteran who's in a wheelchair who skydives.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, where it's electric and he moves his mouth and he's got guns on it. Yeah, there's one of those. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet,
So somebody pointed out, because I brought this up, I don't know, whenever, it's in the past, about Rainbow Six Siege. And they had the wheelchair operator. Somebody pointed out they think they did that because they were getting pressure to be diverse. So they just made one character super diverse, threw it in there, and moved on.
And they could have done that just to make people shut the hell up.
Exactly. I was like, well, if they did that, then I'm like, I applaud you. So, who publishes Call? Is that EA?
It's a multitude of people. I think they have multiple.
But who's
people that did this one. I think they had multiple people that did this Call of Duty.
Okay.
I think because I think like the.
That's Activision Blizzard. Okay, it's Activision. That's who's the publisher.
And Blizzard.
Right. Well, it's one parent company. Activision is the main, and they're owned by Microsoft. So, I was like, okay, yeah, because I was wondering who it was. Because, dude, that franchise.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's got Treyarch. Infinity Ward.
Okay. So that's the developer, the publisher. Right. Is what I was talking about.
So there's more than one person that's in on the game.
Right. No, those are Yeah,
Right.
it's Activision Blizzard publishes the game, but the developers.
Yes.
I
Yes. 'Cause
miss
see, back in the day, it used to be like Treyarch would do like 1 year, and then Infinity Ward would do another year.
Oh, so they don't do that no more.
No, they've come in and they're doing so like they're taking some of everything and everybody's putting in on it, and that's why. So like I want to say one or the other is in touch with the zombies part of it the most, and I can't remember. Devin looked into it. I can't. He was watching some videos on it, and I was like, oh, okay, sure.
Okay, that is so. There's like a handful of.
Yeah, it's got Ravenware software, so it's got a bunch of people. Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Ravenware software.
In case you're wondering, and I know you don't eat a lot of junk food.
Demonware.
Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is running a special. These little 4 pizza bites because Amazon Prime.
Little Caesars. That's
Little Caesars. That's it.
And just so you know, those things are amazing.
Okay, so somebody's office diet. He just told us.
Hey, I got those. Moving my son up 3 flights of stairs, I deserved every one of those pizza bites, and I only got 1.
What a dick move! He didn't even give you at least 2.
I bought them.
That's the last time I'm helping you move.
So isn't that the shit? I helped my son move. I supplied the pizza.
You eat. Oh, that's kids.
Is that not a dick move? You tell me what's the dick move.
Hey,
He's
you just.
Dad, I'm getting hungry. Well, me too. I was like, I'll pick up some pizza.
See?
Okay, I'll pick it up. Yeah.
Just tell me. I got the dice handy. We'll figure out what country he's going to. I'm telling you, this solves a lot of problems. I guarantee you he'll appreciate you more next time. Next time you see him when he gets a visa to come
And
visit.
his mama finds out I helped him get deported. You don't have enough room at your house.
Somebody say.
And you got a cat and my dog. They would fight. Yeah, no.
I mean, Ralph.
Hey, you're right.
Ralph, he's got room.
Actually, he doesn't. I've been there.
Okay. Speaking of video games, man, my timeline is just I've been trying to avoid certain topics. Like I don't want any more religion in my videos. So I've been trying to avoid religious conversation. So that means no politics. Yeah, no politics, because all of modern politics is a religion to a certain sect of people. And I just got sick of it. I'm like, the election's over. I'm done. So then Veilguard dropped, which is a Dragon Age Veilguard. It's supposed to be Dreadwolf. They changed it. I wasn't going to watch anything about it because I was just like, it doesn't look like something. It's not an RPG. It's an action game. I'm not a big action game kind of guy. I mean, I am, because I did enjoy Stellar Blade. I did like Elden Ring. So, like, there's a time and place that I'll play those games. But it's not... Historically, I like RPGs. You know, take your time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was like, I wasn't interested. And then one of my friends sent me the video. They literally preach to you in the middle of the game about... Like, it's literally like being in grade school. And they're like, okay, Timmy, you and Sarah need to stop. And you just have to understand that Sarah has different interests than you, Timmy. And Timmy, Sarah's sorry. Like, that's literally how they wrote this freaking game, man. I was watching it. I was just like...
It's so bad.
Oh, it's even worse than what I'm telling you. Like, it's so it's so overdone, so ham-fisted. Like, they're like, oh, you don't like, you want trans stuff? Eat the tranny. Eat it. Eat the trans stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like I've said numerous times, some of that stuff is fine if they write the story where it's a good story. Like, you and I have played stuff.
Right.
Like, one of my favorite characters, Dragon Quest 11. There's a character there. He's my favorite character. He's so over the top. But yeah, I don't know if he's gay, but it's a pretty good bet. Because if you see him, his special move is him and his boys dress up as birds and come charging in. Oh, honey, I'm going to save you. Yeah. Like, if you do it right, but the way Western studios do it, it's just religious fervor, man. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I watched that and I was like, I will never buy a game from this studio ever again. And honestly, I can't think besides Call of Duty, Madden, and all these,
Sports games, yeah.
annual
Yeah.
annual releases. I can't think of a single game out of a AAA developer I would even touch right now. I'd have to watch half the game being played before I did it because they're just, man, the people that are making it just don't. They're making it for an audience that doesn't really exist.
That's true. That's what I agree with that.
It's like you're making this for yourself. It's like, and which is fine, but don't get mad because now they're mad, and game studios are blaming YouTubers, they're blaming the gamers, and I don't understand. And that's how you know it's religious fervor. It's like, you didn't like the game, racist. It's like, no, it's not for me, man.
And it doesn't have to be for you.
Exactly. I don't
That's
care.
the thing.
I'm just glad I didn't buy it. My daughter.
And that kind of goes into what we were going to talk about a little bit, and we didn't put this up on there, and I don't remember if you remember that we were going to talk about it.
No, that's what I was
About
leading into.
Nice lead into how you think that politics has corrupted
Art.
the things we actually enjoy as a, would you say, pastime, or I would say pastime, because video games are what you do to relax.
Absolutely.
Like going to watch movies. How they've changed things.
And not for the better either. Because you could. So that game, and I put it up on our channel. I streamed it for a few hours. Metaphor, ReFantazio. That whole game is political. Like everything you're doing in that game, and it's got a slant. It's got a definite political slant. The whole thing is political. It's talking about racism. It's talking about class struggle. Like the whole game, but it's so integrated into the story and so well written, and that's why Western developers aren't selling their stuff, and people are buying Asian games. That's why they're killing it with their game sales. And you're looking at game, and I mean, look at this year's one of their hottest sellers. My mind just went blank. The game that I was bragging about, and I God,
the one in space where they
yes,
it's a multiplayer game.
Helldivers.
Helldivers. Yes.
So you look at Helldivers. It had a story. It was overly political too, because they're like, you want to join the fight and democracy, spread democracy, like that was political, but it was done tongue in cheek, and it was amazing.
Yes, that's
like, you can do it.
They wanted them to make that game more woke, and they told them no.
Yeah, it's like, this is what I always would tell my kids. I was like, you have a certain perspective on whatever it is. Let's just say you and I are far left, and we believe in all the ideology in the left, okay? How would you feel if somebody from the far right had control of all the things you enjoyed, and they just shoved it down your throat? They shoved Donald Trump down your throat. They shoved religious stuff. You wouldn't like it. So if that's the case, then you should automatically understand that the people on the opposite side of you aren't going to like it. So it's a war to these people, though. That's why I said it's religious. And they did the same kind of stuff back in the 80s when we were younger. Not to this extent, I don't believe, but we were young, so they probably did. They probably did, and we just didn't register. But these kind of movements kill art. They have killed, they're killing Hollywood, and now they're killing video games. They killed comic books first. Like, all this stuff came out in comic books first, and it killed it. And then you attack people that don't like the product you put out. It's a consumer-based economy. If you order a sandwich and I hand you 2 tortilla chips, you're going to be upset. And you're going to be like, hey, I ordered the ham and cheese. I'm like, yeah, but you need to eat the carrot. Eat the carrot. I don't want a carrot. I'm giving you money for the sandwich. Well, why do you hate carrots? What? I don't hate carrots. Well, clearly you do, or you would eat the carrot, bigot. Like, that doesn't work in any other industry. And that's what they're doing right now. They're trying to force it down. They're calling it names. And the media, the gaming media, the Hollywood media is trying to basically go, well, it's not our fault. It's like, well, you look at communistic countries, they immediately take over the language, they take over art. There's nothing coming out that you and I, like you talked about, there's a couple things you're interested in. But you go back on this podcast, there's three that I've been excited for somewhat. Deadpool, Venom, The Last Dance, and I've been excited about Penguin.
Yes, we've been very excited about Penguin.
And the thing is it's like...
I didn't watch the last episode because you sucked.
I know. My damn grandma, horrible human being. God, why can't she just not get...
I like how you use your grandma as a crutch on that one because you had all week to watch it and you watched Leverage.
I didn't have a choice. Let's just be clear on
Hey,
that.
listen here. Put the spicy tuna back in the bag.
That's the problem. Is
I said spicy. I said spicy.
Well, I like the sassy tuna. So if I want to enjoy the sassy tuna, I gotta make sacrifices, sir.
So now you're saying the sassy tuna comes before the podcast? Is that
no,
what you're saying?
No.
That's what I heard.
Well, you know what? You're racist. You're racist and you're bigot. So.
And I'm drinking a great old fashioned.
What is an old fashioned?
Old fashioned. It's right now. This old fashioned is a courtesy of my buddy out there in North Carolina who says to use Bullet Bourbon, and I will have to agree. Bullet Bourbon is great on the rocks too, by the way, but it's 1.5 ounces of Bullet Bourbon, and then it says 0.75 ounces of your simple syrup.
What the heck is simple syrup?
It's the syrup it's like a sweetener. That they use for the old fashioned. I've even seen them make it with maple syrup, so you have like a maple flavored old fashioned. And I've actually got some maple syrup, so I'm going to try that one of these days. But you know me, I don't make them small like that. So it's 3 ounces of bourbon and 1.5 ounces of the simple syrup, and then it's 6 dashes of bitters. Whoa. And I use an orange bitters, so it's an orange flavored bitters, which is kind of a tangy.
I'm gonna drive over there real quick. You're gonna make me one. You keep them entertained.
Hey, I don't know by the time you get here that these other 12 ounces that I just poured is gonna make it where I might not be able to see the glass.
Just get it close. That's all I need. No. Well, that's
and
cool.
then you cut an orange peel, and you take the orange out of it and twist it in it, and there you have it, old fashioned.
Might have to go tomorrow.
Amazing.
I might have to have you send me that recipe, text it to me.
Yes, sir.
Back to the topic at hand. So,
yes, sir.
Like when you look at these, like Great Britain hasn't put out anything worth. You go back to before this religious movement started, okay? You had Doctor Who, you had Sherlock Holmes, you had 007, you had like so many great Top Gear. All these great films and TV shows coming out of Great Britain. Nothing is coming out of there now that anybody wants to see. They took Doctor Who and they put their religion in it, and they're just like, terrible. They're like, you have to eat our religion. But this game is a clear indicator of what we're talking about, because I'm going to pull this up real quick. When you look at it, all these people, like 5 out of 5 Eurogamer, like the reviews are just absolutely glowing. And then you go on, like IGN, 9 out of 10, GameRant, 10 out of 10. You and I grew up with video games. There are very few games. Because 10 out of 10 is what in your mind? What's a 10 out of 10? Perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
The criticism is so minute that it doesn't detract from any of it. And so what you end up having with this is the people in the religion are like, this is the most amazing thing I have ever played, right? And from what I saw and I started watching videos on this after I watched Legendary Drops. If you haven't heard of him and you like video games, go check out Legendary Drops. This guy is amazing. I love the thought and process that he goes through to make his videos. Clearly more effort than I put in. But what's amazing to me is it's like it's a religious thing, like 10 out of 10. Meanwhile, Wukong got a 7 or 8 out of 10. Okay.
And everybody I've heard play that game says it's amazing.
And if we went to the Steam charts, I think it's like less than let's see. Let's look and see. Veilguard playing player count. Let's take a look. Steam. So it's down 27,000. It's been out for 2 weeks. Now, if we go Wukong, let's see. Wukong. Nope, I got to put Black Myth. Okay. I'm just curious real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Black Myth Wukong. Let's take a look. Right now, there are 24,000, and this game came out how many months ago?
A good 6 months, easy.
And this is just on Steam. Okay. Duty.
Black Ops 6.
Let's see. I'm looking for it here. Black Ops 3. I don't see it on here. Call of Duty. Oh, wait, let me type it in. Black Women. There it is. There it is. Black Ops 6. All right, let's take a look. Well, it doesn't show. I'm going to pull up my Steam real quick. Hold on. I'm going to go back here. We'll see. I'll get an accurate representation because I don't think those are accurate. But you get what I'm saying? Like, they come out. Yeah. The establishment is saying, this is what you will like. You will eat it. You will eat the slop. And you will praise it. And you will send in your money. And Jesus will heal you. Except in this instance, Jesus is a black woman with a wiener, and you can't have any criticism whatsoever. That's how you know it's religious. So anytime you can't criticize something, and it doesn't matter. Now, dang it, don't download. Okay, good, it's not. All right, let's see here. Well, I don't care. See it. Oh, good, it's blocked. Okay, Call of Duty. Let's take a look. Black Ops 6. So, yes, I'm old enough. Let's see, Community Hub. Takes me a second. 214,606 players on Steam currently. Let's go back.
And that's just on the PC then, right?
Yeah, that's just on PC on Steam. Let's see, Veilguard. Dragon Age Veilguard. Let's take a look. And this game came out October 31st, so it's only been out a few weeks. 27,000, 28,000 playing. Now, this tells you everything you need to know. Because if it's a great game, and let's go back, I want to look real quick. We're going to look up my game that I'm currently playing. Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is a year old. Let's take a look. August 3rd, 2023. 63,000 people are playing a game that's over a year old. No one's writing. And I'll tell you what, you can do all the things in this game. You want to romance a fella? You can romance a fella. You want to romance a bear? You can romance a bear. I'm not even kidding. You can do it all. You can use pronouns or you can not use pronouns. It's called choice. That's all gamers are asking for.
That's all anybody wants.
But that's how you know it's religion. Does religion give you a choice? They're like, here are our rules. You will follow them or you're going to hell. Right. It's the same thing. I just wish more people, and it's funny because you and I, a year or so ago, were talking about kind of this thing related to politics. And we were like, we called it religion. We said it's a religious thing. So, and now you're starting to see YouTubers and people pick up Steam and they're like, this is a cult. This is for sure a cult. Because no one cares. Like, you and I could care less. We've watched plenty of TV. Will and Grace. I love that stupid show.
Great show.
Yeah, it was a funny show. It was entertaining. we didn't care what the orientation of anybody on that show was.
No,
It was
I
fun.
just
So
was
it's
just mad because it wasn't on Cinemax, so the redhead could get naked.
but so you start to look and you're like, okay, this religious group has made one game, which is, what was the name of that game that I told you? Oh my God, what is the name
We
of that?
talked about so many video games. It's,
I know. Oh, let's see if it's in. I got to be careful because I think they show nudity on this platform.
don't even try.
No.
Don't even try to
Well,
pull
I'm
it up.
gonna do this. I remember. Okay, we'll go back. I remember. Let's see. Dustborn. Let's see. Dustborn. It's literally on sale now. Mostly positive. Well, let's take a look how many people are playing it. 10 are in
10
group
people?
chat. They're not even playing the game. 10 people are in group chat. Nobody's actually playing the game right now on Steam. Okay. This was a game that they made. And I know a lot of people came out and ripped it apart. And I was just like, okay, move
It doesn't
on.
even look fun.
It doesn't, but you can call people racist and you can trigger them. And it is
Basically an unhinged video game.
it is a religious experience for some people. The music's not good, and they got government grants, and people, they criticize the game because it's a game, and that's what video game reviewers do. But the thing is it was made by the religion for the religion. I am completely 100% behind this. Where I have a problem is when the religion starts going into things that you and I love. It's like, keep your religion out of my things. I'm not putting my ideas and thoughts into your head. Don't try to force your ideas and thoughts into my head.
That's true.
It's like you and I had
It's
these
like
conversations.
if I want to put, because even like PUBG is letting you put girl clothes on a guy.
And I'm okay with that as long as you can do the other thing and you can make a guy and just be a guy. I'm fine with it.
Yes.
So
yes,
that
yes.
Veilguard, by the way, it is almost impossible. I watched a guy try to make a girl, just a girl, like a feminine, soft featured hips, breast girl. He couldn't do it. Which is baffling. Now, Baldur's Gate, you can make everything. You can make a girl any way you want
Big
to.
boobs, big butt.
Everything. It's a single player game. And Western developers are, and of course, Baldur's Gate, I don't believe was built, I think it was Scandinavian.
Korean.
No, Baldur's Gate's not.
It's not?
No, I think it's Scandinavian. Let's see, Baldur's Gate 3, because it's the same Larian Studios. Let's see what it says. It doesn't. Is in Belgium, so it's Belgium. Yeah, it's a Belgian company. You can do everything in this game that you can do in Veilguard. You can, and the other thing is they don't give you the choices. That's the problem with religious fervor. You don't get choice. You will accept. I mean, think about, go back in history to the Inquisition. If you didn't agree, they killed you.
Oh yeah.
And people go, well, this isn't that serious yet. But if you let these people keep doing this stuff and forcing it down, most people are going to go along with it. I mean, you look at where Great Britain is right now, and I mean, like, they're not in a real good place socially.
Well, let's go even the United States is like that. I watched and I always bring up Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan said the other day, can't remember who he was talking to, that he said that he has had multiple artists as in either musicians, singers, actors, sports people contact him and say they voted one way or the other, but they were afraid to voice their opinion for getting canceled.
That's a religious thing.
It's crazy. But that also goes to the simple fact of you don't talk about religion and politics.
But
so if you're just a bipartisan person, and I understand there's, everybody says they want to use their voice, that they have a platform to use their voice. But at the same time, what happened to just minding your own damn business?
We had that. We had to take a video at work, and it said, if you see somebody getting bullied, it is your responsibility to go up and stop it. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's none of my business. Now, if it goes to a certain extreme, sure, I'll report it. Like if they're beating on each other, it's like, yeah, I'm going to call somebody, right? But I'm not getting in the middle of it.
Don't get to watch my YouTube page because I'm going for 1 million hits, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's this religious,
Sorry,
it's this religious fervor that is, it's like from the outside, because you and I think if we really looked at our politics, we'd probably lean more towards the Democratic Party 20 years ago than I would be Republicans back then. Now, because the religion has shifted so much and got into politics, and the religion's on the right too, because and that scares me with what we've got now. It's like, but it ruins everything. Because you're expecting everyone on earth to agree 100% with your religion. And that's just not going to happen. And that's the other problem too, is this new religion wants to group everybody in a category. And that's communist. That really is. It's Marxist bullcrap. Because like, you and I are friends, but we're not alike. We're individuals. You listen to different music. You play different games. You care for your wife far more than I care for her. But you
Thank
like,
God, I'm glad.
yeah.
we'd have to have a different kind of conversation.
Yeah. No, she's not moving in. No, you started it. No, I'm not. No, no.
We're gonna go for 4 and 3. You get 4.
I don't want 4. No.
4 on, 3 off.
Nope. Nope. Those will be days I'm working then.
Well,
but yeah, it's your TikToks can go off the hook. Those 3 days. But it's crazy to me that the people can't, like, they're in a cult. So this ties into a story. It's a tragic story. There's nothing funny about this particular story. I'm going to have to pull it up. But this, like, they don't create anything. Like, there's nothing that they have created that you and I have watched or experienced since this movement started. I don't like their podcasts. I don't like their game reviews, because they're all disingenuous. Every one of the things they make is preachy, and it's not genuine. It doesn't come from a place. It's all like, it works one way, but not the other. Like, of course, a boy can dress like a girl. Can a boy just dress like a boy? Heretic, burn him at the stake. What? Why can't he just be a boy? You're transphobic. It's like, no, I'm just asking a question, and you can't question the religion. You cannot question it. They can't make art. They're going to kill art if people don't start voting with their wallets, stop wasting money on this stuff, make these companies wake up and say, this isn't the way. Do you know the way? This is not the way. It's baffling to me how more people can't see it for what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, I do.
Oh, I'm a moron. I'm literally like, I barely graduated high school. And I'm like, I can see it. You see it. You're way smarter than me. Vinny can see it. He's way smarter than me. I mean, probably the only person that I'm marketably smarter than is Ralph, but that's kind of everybody. Just kidding. So then you get stuff like this. Woman attacked dad with an ice axe, said she felt better after he went limp. Why did she do this? Because of the election. Overwhelmed with emotions about the 2024 presidential election. She took a life. There was another story of a father killing his whole family because Trump got in office.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to pull that story up too. Like, that look up
And they
Jonestown. Look up Jonestown. That's what a cult is. That's exactly what a drink the Kool-Aid. Everyone's going to perish because we gotta do whatever. Like glorious leader said to. Like, wake up and become individuals. You don't have to agree with Kaz and I. You don't have to agree with me. You can think I'm a moron. I'm fine with it. Just do it in a respectful tone. Be nice to each other. Respectful. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Minnesota dad who ranted against Trump election gunned down wife, ex-girlfriend, and 2 kids in a murder self-deletion. Over an election, people. Like, do you...
over something that somebody...
It's out of your hands. It's out of your hands. And then people go, well, we could tell most of the country is sexist, racist, homophobic. No, they're not. No, they're not. Most people just... We've talked about this ad nauseum. Leave people alone. That's it. You can have a whole industry dedicated to your religion, right? No one will care.
Nope.
But when you start to bring it over and then shove it into everybody's faces,
And make people want to make people have to
experience it when they don't,
accept it or acknowledge. I would say it's more of an acknowledgement than it is an acceptance, because it's like if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, to me, it's a duck. But if you throw it in my face that I'm actually a swan, nah, you're an ugly duckling.
oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
if I call you a duck, you look like a duck, but now you know, I think I'm a swan. Nah, you're a duck.
Right.
And you get mad about it. That's the problem that most people have with this.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's and most people go, "Oh, it's a mental illness." It's like, no, most of these people, they're miserable. I have yet to meet a truly happy religious person like on that side. I've met like actual religious people that are fairly happy. But I have yet to find a left person who's genuinely a happy and fun person to be around, because everything in their life revolves around their religion. That's a miserable life. I have pity for them because they've been lied to. And like we talked about it last week, if you don't vote for Trump, or if you vote for Trump, he's going to get rid of abortion. Like, that's a bald-faced lie. And that's all they do. It's like we're going to lie to you. And there's a whole subsect of our society that's like, "Duh, I saw it on TV, so it's true. I saw it in a video game, so it's true." It's like Joe Rogan when he was debunking the moon landing, and the guy goes, "Well, I saw it on TV, so yeah." And Joe goes, "Yeah, well, Godzilla's a movie. It's on TV." You know,
It
it's
was great. It's
it's
kind of like the same thing when he debunked the atomic bomb testing.
yeah, yeah. It's just man, it's like, how do you wake up people that are willing to kill their family over a presidential election? That is beyond a mental disorder, I think. Like,
I agree.
did I want the election to go a certain way? Sure I did. You did too. Most people do. But if it didn't go my way, like the last election, didn't necessarily go the way I wanted. I didn't like Joe Biden. I just didn't. I didn't like the guy. I didn't go out and strangle my cat. I didn't sell all my clothes and scream into like that. That's baffling to me. It really is. And they don't create anything. They don't create any lasting. All they do is they co-opt. What was it Tolkien said? Evil never creates. And I'm not saying these people are evil, but like, you look at what they've done. They've destroyed Star Wars, because it has. Star Wars. And the other thing is this Marxist communist way of hiring people. it's like everybody gets a turn? No. Because I'll tell you right now, if you handed Kaz and I and said, write a script, we couldn't do it, number one. And if we did, it would sound like we have special needs. I can guarantee you.
But we
Dude.
could, but beside that, we could actually come up with the plot. We might have to have some help with the dialogue, and because
So like Kaz is like, we're gonna make a Star Wars movie, but we're gonna do it on the USS Enterprise. And the way it works in modern media right now is everyone goes, oh, that's a really good idea. Instead, what they need to go is like, no, dumbass, that's a whole different thing. No, the Enterprise is not in Star Wars, right? You'd say it nicer than that. But this toxic positivity that they've been talking about, nobody can criticize anything. In fact, it goes so far as to, like, certain companies, you can't even end an email to your coworker with an emoji because they might get triggered. How in the hell are you supposed to get anything done? If you've got to take in every little minute, weird oddity in somebody's personality, like, at a certain point, you can't even work because you're so afraid of offending people. When did, and I said this, my boss has called me an a-hole more than once. I said, it's not my problem to cater to another grown man's ego. Like, and I'm not hateful. I'm not hateful, but I had a guy say, well, if you give me your number, I can call you and tell you. I said, nah, I don't give out my number. Well, I was like, look, pal, I'm not giving you my number. If you need something, you go to the boss. The boss will tell me. He's got my number. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't say anything hateful. I wasn't rude. And he's like, wow, you're kind of an a-hole. It's like, when did that become, do I got to hold his hand and go, listen, Star Child, here's the thing. Like, no. Like, I got a life I want to live. I don't want to have to worry about hurting your feelings.
When he stopped suckling,
that's a good word.
It took me a second. It took me a second to get the right and proper word. Suckling from the teat. I understand that.
Word of the day, guys. Word of the week. Suckling. Try to use it as much as you can.
Yes,
we've had moist.
When you grow up, put your big boy pants on. Or the way I was told, my father used to tell me to cowboy the fuck up. Man the fuck up.
I don't know if that's a good thing, though, because Cowboys Brokeback Mountain. I mean, whatever cowboy. Okay.
Hey, what two cowboys do on a mountain in a tent, that's not my problem.
They come home.
Lonely. Maybe they were surrounded by wolves, and it was going to be the last time they were going to be. I do not know. I didn't watch the movie. I don't know how it happened.
I can't quit you. Yeah, no. I just wish we could get back to good storytelling. I mean, if you've never seen the movie American Ultra with
so good.
The girl from Twilight and Jesse Eisenberg. Yes. I will rewatch that movie. It's just fun.
She's such a bad actress, and I
thought she was great in that movie.
I can honestly say I haven't seen Twilight, but everything else I've seen her do, I've enjoyed.
Have I ever told the story about taking my I'm going to start calling her my late wife, so people go, oh, I'm so sorry. She's still alive, but my ex-wife, to see Twilight. Have I ever told that story?
I don't think so.
So, yeah, this is a good story. You guys are going to enjoy it. So it comes out, and I don't know anything about it. She's read all the books. So we get a babysitter, and she says, we're going to go see Twilight. I was like, I don't think I want to do that. She goes, come on, you'll have fun. It's about vampires. I was like, I kind of like vampires.
I do love vampires.
So there's a scene in the movie. I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. I am not enjoying any of this. He gets his shirt off in the sunlight and it sparkles with diamonds. Now it's me and my wife and a bunch of other couples. Because like it's all male, female. So I'm sitting there and it's quiet and she jumps on his back and he runs up a hill. And I said this extremely loud. I leaned over to my wife and I go, I now know what it feels like to be sodomized. Every guy around us starts howling. She's like, shut up. And you hear all these girls going, shh, shh. Needless to say, I never had to go back to another Twilight movie. So I've seen the first one, but I don't remember it. I just remember that scene. Yeah. So
I'll put it to you like this: I rolled in to North Carolina to see my buddy for the first time. After he'd moved to North Carolina, me and another friend. He had Twilight. We're not going to say how he had it, but he'd just come out in the movie theaters, but he had it at home. And
he got it
my
on the
buddy-
high seas. Okay.
yes, and my buddy was like, saw the reviews, vampires, and everything like that. And literally, it's a 16-hour drive from here to North Carolina. So we took turns, drove all the way there.
Just to watch Twilight?
No.
Oh,
To
okay.
hang out, probably. We were there for a week. We were there for almost a week.
Okay.
And he stayed up that night, and we went out, and he stayed up after we got back and watched Twilight. And he said that was 3 hours or 2.5 hours of my life that I would have rather jumped off a tall bridge, cut myself and laid in alcohol instead of watching that.
But here's the thing. I'm fine with that existing. I don't,
Mhm.
it doesn't need to be for me. It doesn't.
No,
And that's
Not
the
every
thing.
movie is for me.
No, that's the thing that these religious people don't understand. It's okay to have multiple versions of things. It's fine. Let these guys have their thing. Let these girls have their thing. Let these they them have their thing. It's all fine. The world's big enough that we can all have a piece.
Yes.
We don't have to all be subjected to each
And-
other's bullshit.
And you do not need my approval.
No. No.
No.
So it would be the equivalent of if you and I took over Hollywood and all we did was Van Damme movies. Right? Like there's a whole group of people that are going to hate that. And they have a right to hate it. But this like, no, you guys hate wherever he's from. You're racist against those particular
Yes.
white people. What is it? Amsterdam,
Amsterdam,
Netherlands,
yes, yes,
Netherlands.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
so you hate the Dutch. How dare you hate the Dutch? It's like
And
you've put out
Everybody
7.
loved Van Damme movies. I don't care. And then the girls loved going with their guys to see Van Damme do the splits.
Yeah, no, he was athletic as heck. But
I
you,
believe
you
he was
get,
a dancer.
I think so.
Yes.
But you get what you get it. I
Right,
just hope
yeah.
that I hope I'm making sense to the listeners. It's like it's okay to be religious. And where we live in Oklahoma, there's a lot of religion and there's a lot of
4
denomination.
minutes and counting.
Is the fight getting ready to start?
Yes, it is.
Oh shit.
Hey, let's change topics a minute.
Let's please do. I'm done.
Let's change topics a second. So, okay, so what is the one thing that men and women do alike when it comes time for summer? When the summer starts, when the summer months are coming, we'll say March, definitely April. Do men and women start doing?
They have abortions. No, I have no
it said
idea.
men and women. Well, I guess men could start these days. I guess it depends on what you.
You're very transphobic,
you-
sir.
No, you said it. I didn't. I'm saying they start tanning. Am I right? They
Yeah,
start
but-
trying to get that. They start trying to get that summer body, so they start trying to work their tan up. They start going to the tanning beds.
This
And
is
they got-
albino. This is racist because I can't tan.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. You should talk to your family members. They should have procreated with a Native American and got a little melatonin in their life.
Somebody said that I'm so white you can see my heartbeat under my skin. That's like
That's racist.
I wanted
That's
to say.
racist.
I thought it was funny. But yeah.
Was it Papa?
No, he's never.
I saw him today walk across the parking lot.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm sorry, waddling across the parking
Yes,
lot. 'cause,
yes.
he's got that waddle. So
Penguin.
they start to tan. This person is tanning a little early. Maybe they're just trying. Maybe they're like our boy Robert Frank and they're jacked in tan. I'm not for sure.
Okay. Where is this going?
In Indianapolis on Monday, a lady was at her local. Hold on, let's get dog here. Her local Planet Fitness in South Indianapolis. She said the morning was going good. Nobody ever thinks you're going to the gym on a Monday morning and potentially being in the same building as a dead body.
Huh?
Lynn said her Monday morning workout started like any other day until she noticed a foul smell.
Oh, I think I
I was
found this
sniffing.
story. This is from
I
the
was
Daily
sniffing.
Beast.
I was sniffing, trying not to look crazy, but something smells really awful here. The smell came from one of the tanning bedrooms, where 39-year-old Derek Sink was found dead. So this man went in there on a Friday and cooked himself for 3 days.
Was he tan?
I don't know. It doesn't say. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't cook himself for 3 days. I believe they're saying it was a drug overdose. But when I first got the story sent to me by a buddy of mine, it was like, when I saw it, man dies in tanning bed, I was like, did he cook himself to death?
Well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a
supposedly he
particular?
struggled with drugs and
Yeah, but wasn't there back in the day? Wasn't there a particular style of tanning bed that would lock and you could get stuck in there? That's why they put timers on it.
Yeah, it would lock down. Yeah,
And there's like somebody that got caught in one and got like third-degree burns or something. If I remember, that's sad. So he got lit and then went. Was he tanning or was he just snuck in there?
No, he was tanning. Yeah, they said they found a needle in the room with him. So
How
he
did
probably
nobody
OD'd
catch?
in the tanning bed?
How did nobody know somebody was in there though?
At
That's-
my gym, you have to actually check in. You can't just walk into the tanning beds. And
Right.
they
Wow.
reported him missing on Friday.
He was
He was
missing
in that
for
tanning room for 3 days.
3 days.
Oh,
Oh,
that's crazy.
it's like, woo,
Needless
bro,
to
you
say-
are right,
needless-
man. Hit the showers,
Needless
dude.
to say, that tanning bed's not going to get used for a while.
Oh, they'll spray it down. They'll spray it down, and you'll be in there, and you're like, what is that smell? Oh no!
Is that dead
No.
skin cells?
Oh, no, too soon, too soon. Oh, that's gross. Poor guy.
He's a long ways away from us. He's like 12 hours away. I'm not worried about it. Oh,
Yeah. That is, man, that's dark. That's almost
Yeah.
as dark as finding the dead body from 1901 on a ship under the Great Lakes. That still haunts my dreams. That still haunts my dreams.
really.
Scuba diving and having a dead body in the dark of the ocean, and it's just floating there, and you're just like, "Sup, dude?" Like, like you're underwater. Oh, that's just the stuff of nightmares. What else you got?
Well, I did start watching a new show, and I'm very intrigued in this show.
Okay.
Lioness.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yes. Lioness. It's a very, very good show. Let's see, Zoe Saldana, Nicole Kidman, Morgan Freeman, Michael Kelly. Michael Kelly always plays a very good role in those military stuff.
I gotta look him up. I don't.
He was the one
Oh
from
yeah. The
yeah,
penguin. Yeah.
yeah, from the Penguin. He's also in what was the other one that we watched on Prime with the lawyer? What is that? Why am I drawing a blank?
I'm not even drawing right now. I can't even think. I was just like, now you see me, Penguin, Pantheon, Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan, yes. Yeah, he's been in quite a few of those shows.
Man, oh, did you? I got a story. I'm gonna go back to this screen real quick. This one. So talk about the show. What do you like about it?
I love everything. I mean, of course, it's got Zoe Saldana in it, and Nicole Kidman still looks good. She still looks good.
It's the face, man. The look.
Hey, and I think she looks good in this show. She looks really good in this show. But it's just the fact of basically what it is that Lioness is a program where they take women and they infiltrate them into sleeper cells, or they use them to get near prime targets like their women. So like they use them to get next to their girlfriends or their wives, and they befriend them, and then that's how they get in to do the extraction or the hit or whatever. So they made it what it's called a Lioness program. So and Zoe Saldana runs the Lioness program. And
Okay.
it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I mean, it starts off from the very get go. The first 10 minutes of the series, they're in this military base, and all of a sudden, she's looking out these binoculars, and she's got her sniper beside her, and they're watching this. They're in the Middle East somewhere, and they're watching this guy do something, and she gets a phone call from her operative. And she's like, I've been found. They know, they saw me. They know. She had a tattoo under her arm that she didn't know. So, Middle Eastern women don't have tattoos. So
Allegedly.
like, oh,
Allegedly. Again, that's racist. According to the new religion.
I'm sorry. Middle Eastern women, Muslim Middle Eastern women usually do not have tattoos.
You don't have to correct it when I say dumb stuff.
I know, I'm trying to be politically correct.
It's too late for that. We got
politically correct. One of us has to stay on the straight and narrow, even with all the alcohol I've had.
63 episodes. We have failed at that for 63 weeks.
Listen,
today is not the day. I'm getting moist. Stop it.
I'm gonna get so killed for that. That was great. That was so good. I didn't know calling you a pikey would do that.
Yeah, I didn't either. It was a surprise to me too.
Yes, so she gets a call. Then all of a sudden they get attacked and they blow up shit. Then all of a sudden she calls in the A-10s, takes care of the attack. You just hear them come in, and you know that's what's coming. She calls in the strike on the coordinates, and you just hear the A-10s come through. Then all of a sudden she calls in, gets back on the phone with her operative. So then she calls the base, her commanding officer. I've got a situation. At the same time, she's got the other phone, her sat phone to her ear. She hears old girl get taken. Then all of a sudden she says, I know what I got to do. Then she calls in a drone strike, missile strike, and blows up the compound where her girl's been taken. I was like, that's the first 10 minutes of the whole series. I was like, I'm hooked.
Damn.
You got killing pretty women. I'm hooked. I'm done.
So somebody, I was telling one of my friends, and they go, I don't want to see a woman in the military. That's so unrealistic. It cracks me up when they say that, because go study Russia during World War II. They had some badass women. Like one of the highest body counts for a sniper was a woman. They had.
Yes.
I was watching a documentary. I went down that kick last week,
Yes.
and they interviewed one of the women that survived Stalingrad, and they asked her, "What did she?" She goes, "I love the heavy machine gun." I was like, I wish that was my grandma. That's awesome.
They did it well because her new lioness went into the military, and they show her she's got a chip on her shoulder.
Did Nicole Kidman's face swelling go down? Because she looks better in this.
Yes. I'm telling you, she looks good in this.
They've come a long way with plastic surgery. Because there was one time when she was in some show and her face, it was the Aquaman.
Aquaman, yes.
She looked
you could tell
horrible.
Her cheeks were sunk in Aquaman, really bad.
Yeah, and she had giant blowfish lips.
You're right. I think they did do a little bit of too much blowfish lips.
I wish
but
women would
the
stop.
girl, her new lioness, they show her getting. They put her through the ringer. They wanted to see if she would break.
Okay.
So it shows her giving a guy what for. So it's like she catches him by surprise, but then once he's had enough, he just picks her up and slams her on the ground.
Oh, crap.
I mean, he's got 45, 50 pounds on her. That's what's going to happen. So they did a good job. It's like she gets a hit or two in, and then he was like, screw you. I'm just going to handle the problem.
Yeah.
But that's how in reality it is. Because if you've got the same training, the bigger person's going to outdo the smaller person. That's just the way it is.
Oh, yeah. Usually.
And so they've done a good job in the movies. That's how, in real life, that's usually how it is. Unless you catch somebody, not paying
what is it,
attention,
lacking?
Slacking.
So we need to up our game on the podcast. We need to start using modern words to draw in the younger audience. Like,
Oh, just so you know, if
That's
if the modern
mid.
audience is up for some good viewing, besides the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight
Okay.
on Netflix, Last Dragon is on there.
Last Dragon? Is that with
Uh-huh.
Leroy Brown?
Yes, sir.
Who's that?
Who's the master?
Shogun. Show enough.
Show enough.
Show enough.
Show enough.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
that's-
just so you all know, there is undercard fighting going on in the Mike Tyson.
I'm gonna
Jake
tell
Paul
everybody, don't watch that movie expecting it to be awesome. It's one of the worst things ever created, but I love it. I absolutely
it.
love.
And
Yeah.
I just learned
Bruce
today,
Leroy. That's his name. Bruce Leroy.
and just so you know, I did not know that she passed away in 2016. I was a little upset when I learned that today.
Who?
Vanity.
Oh, I think it wasn't it a drug overdose.
I am not sure. But I was a little upset because I tried to look up because I was talking to a buddy of mine. I was getting a couple games in, and I was like, and it had Vanity in it, and he was like, "She died." I said, "How you gonna tell me she died?"
God, that movie came out what in the 80s?
86.
Yeah. Oh, the beginning of that movie is precious. You guys got to watch it and then report back that you've watched it, because I promise you, there is you before having seen it, and then there's going to be you going forward with the rest of your life having experienced this cinematic masterpiece.
She died
Oh.
of kidney failure and abdominal illness.
Aw.
Yep. She was a protege of Prince.
I didn't know
And
that
she-
either.
Yeah.
So was
Her
she a
death was
performer?
confirmed in a tweet from Sheila E., Prince's drummer.
So was she a singer?
Um, she was a DJ, I believe, is how she made her call to fame
Okay, okay.
back in the day. Well, she was definitely a DJ in the movie, but I'm not for sure. I guess she did some singing. I'm not for sure.
Before this goes
Maybe
too
you
farther, did you see that I got the story pulled up? Snow White, that movie is dead. They should just take whatever
No,
hard
yeah.
drive that is on, they go out and burn it. So apparently she came out, and Rachel Zegler, and Disney went to her and like, if you don't apologize, you're never working for us again. Let's see.
Disney said that to her?
Basically, yeah. I find myself speechless in the midst of this. Another 4 years of hatred leaning. But here's the thing. Where's the hatred coming from? It's coming from their side. Most typically that I've seen, it's always that religious sect over there.
Hold on right there. Don't move. Yeah, let me read that.
Towards a world I do not want to live in. Leaning us towards a world that will be hard to raise my daughter in. Because they have morals? Like, what is it that you're actually afraid of? That people have an opinion that you don't agree with? That's dangerous?
Leading us towards a world that will force her to have a baby she doesn't want?
Teach your daughter not to be a whore. They have contraceptives.
Or, hold on. Swallow.
I was gonna say pull out, because everybody knows that's the most for sure method.
But I'm just saying.
May Trump supporters
I mean,
and Trump
look-
voters and Trump himself never know peace. F Donald Trump, she added. So Disney, then she writes, I would like to sincerely apologize for election post I shared on my Instagram last week. I let my emotions get the best of me. Hatred and anger have caused us to move further. Yeah, no shit. When you just hate people and you scream at them and you cancel them, because what is the best way to expose this kind of behavior? People are like, we should cancel. No, don't cancel them. Let them keep putting this stuff out there, because
And be broke as a joke.
yes, I mean, but so we grew up in the era of debate. Like that was a class you could take in high school and college. The better idea should win, right?
Right.
So go ahead, tell me your idea. If it's nonsense and ridiculous, I get a chance at rebuttal, and then we let the court of public opinion go for it.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Make the movie. She was done when she started talking about Jewish people,
I heard
and her
about that.
co-star is a Jew.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was done. She was done. And not only that, I mean, her co-star is a Jewish, super beautiful, great actress.
And everyone knows who she is.
Oh yeah, and Catherine Zegler. Who are you? Rachel Zegler. See, Catherine. Rachel Zegler. Who are you? I can't even tell you anything I've seen.
But that's the problem with this ideology too. This religion. These people were raised in it.
It's this entitlement shit.
Well, but
What
that's
happened to
part of
getting
the
slapped in the
religion.
mouth?
Yeah, but
What happened to getting slapped in the mouth?
because they got rid of bullying first, so that they could have this religion. That's the only way it could go. They had to punish people for wrong think, right? The thing is once you start to research and it's cult. It's a cult. I watched a young lady talk about, she was one of them during the last election, and they started saying stuff about, I forget what it was, and so she happened to see somebody from the other side post the actual whatever it was that Trump had said. And she was like, wait a minute, that's not what they told me on whatever platform. And she said it led her to start asking more and more questions. And then she realized, oh, I've been lied to. I've been lied to. And that's not saying that she likes Trump. That's not saying that at all. Or whatever it is, whatever the cause is. Always question. The most powerful thing you can do is ask why. Why?
I mean, not only that, just asking why is to gain knowledge.
It's like,
why not learn?
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes instead of I'm always right. Nah,
Yeah, exactly.
father, you're not always right. I almost got bad on that one.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's it's this indoctrination that started when they were in elementary school, and they've taken it to college, and colleges have run rampant with it, and it's not a good ideology. And I do think most of their hearts are in the right place. So when people are like criticizing these people, I feel bad for them. I genuinely do, because like they've been lied to completely, and they're brainwashed. And you saw it, man. You saw it in Jonestown when those people drank the Kool-Aid. That was just brainwashing. It's the same. It's the same stuff. It's just in a different era with a different tag next to it.
I'll tell you this.
And if you ask them why, they'll just say what? He's racist. Okay, but why? Well, I don't know why he's racist. Okay, well, prove it. Well, I don't need to prove it. I don't need to prove it. Well, if you're the generation I am, if you make an accusation, you better bring the frickin' receipts. Because if you don't have receipts, you're full of shit. Am I wrong? Like if I was like, no, Kaz has long, black, curly hair. Prove it. Well, I can't, but just trust me. It's like, no, he does it. It's like, bring the receipts or you're full of shit. It's as simple as it has to be. And they can never provide receipts. And when they go to those rallies and they ask these people why, and they just shut down, they vapor lock. They have no real reason why they're doing what they're doing. Like this girl. This girl is probably dumb as a box of hammers. She's just regurgitating everything that gets her likes on Instagram and all this stuff that she sees. And they follow each other and they just like each other's stuff. You and I follow people we don't agree with. I've watched Hassan Piker. I've watched the Young Turks. I want to know what those people are saying. Sometimes they actually make sense. I don't agree with them ideologically, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, I can see that, right?
Well, it's just like Stephen A. Smith. Love his sports talk. Love his way he comes at stuff.
Yep.
And he is a big-time liberal person. So some of the things that he says, I don't believe in. But right now, if you go and watch Stephen A. Smith, he is literally killing the left right now.
What's the other guy? What's the other guy that you and I? He called him the Cheeto-headed dickhead. What was his name? New York guy.
The guy, the movie actor. What is
Yeah,
his name?
he's
Michael
funny.
Rappaport.
He's funny as hell. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even when he was going at Trump, I thought he was funny. The way he would.
Oh, it was hilarious. But he voted for Trump, according to him.
So you're losing your mouthpieces. So what is Stephen A. Smith? What's he making fun of?
Well, he's killing the left for things like not understanding why so many people voted for Trump, because they were tired. There was something going on. He was like 80% of black men voted for Trump. 80% of Hispanic men voted for Trump. He was like, the numbers don't lie.
Right.
He won the popular vote. He won the electoral college. He was like, after 5 hours, it was not even a race anymore.
Yeah. And what's
But yet,
like you always say, don't get it twisted. They might not like Trump, but they sure as hell don't like where you're leading them.
right. And it was, he pointed out, I watched him today, and I don't know when he posted the video, because he has a podcast after he gets off ESPN. He has his own podcast, and I'll watch it sometimes. But sometimes he goes off on a tangent, and I can't do it. If he'll stay with sports, I'm good. But he went off, and Oprah said that if black people vote for Trump, that you will lose your right to vote by the time the next election comes in 4 years.
How does that even make any freaking sense?
And that's exactly what he said. Oprah Winfrey, the richest,
Most entitled woman.
but she's also probably the richest African American woman. I
think you're right.
She's worth like
in
the billions,
gajillions of dollars. Yeah.
And she actually said that opening speech for Kamala Harris at one of the campaigns.
And there's no accountability. There's not somebody that comes up and goes, "You're full of shit. Sit down. Nobody's going to listen to you now."
Yes, nobody said, "Hey, let's fact check that right quick."
Because who's going to correct you first? Who's going to correct you first? The lady at the grocery store, your wife. Your wife is going to set your shit straight real quick if you're embarrassing or doing something that's, right? So it has to be people on that side of the aisle that corrects them, because nobody's listening to the Republicans that do it or the independents that do it. Then because they've been screaming at it for the 12 years that this stuff. I mean, I've got a book by Michael Savage that says liberalism is a mental disorder, that literally was a prophecy on what we're experiencing today. And so, like, none of this is a surprise to a lot of people on the right or independents. It's heartening to see how far they have gone to lose. And what do you think it was that caused them to start to, like, question their side? What do you think it was? I have an idea, but I want to hear your thought on it.
I think it was multiple things. The fact that they didn't think that they were smart enough to decide on their own who to vote for. There was multiple times where I saw videos of people saying, well, they're not even smart enough to get an ID.
Yeah, dude, that's so freaking racist. That pissed me off.
That's what I'm saying is they get tired of it being a race thing. And I understand race plays a lot of factors into a lot of things.
They brought it back, though. It was done. Yeah, it was done.
It's right.
I mean,
right.
not completely. It'll never be completely done.
It'll never be completely done because it's taught. But the fact that they were like, "You're not a person. You're a color."
Yeah, and so therefore you agree with Party A or else.
Yes.
When I started to notice it was when I forget which black gentleman it was. He was talking, and he started to ask questions, and he was doing a live stream. I can't remember who it was, and black folks started calling him Uncle Tom, and he's a traitor. And I'm like, he's having independent thought. Why can he not be allowed to have independent thought? Do you realize how dangerous that is to have groupthink? And I mean. And the other thing that baffles me is that the liberal black people just go back and watch Malcolm X. Go back and watch it. He told you exactly who to be afraid of, and he was 110% right. But the
other thing that when I knew that they were trying to get, I would say the minority. I would say the minority, but when CNN, when the media outlets were changing what he said by cutting out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Trump,
if you
what Trump said.
Trump, if
Yeah.
you watch, I actually watched a man on TikTok break it down. He said, because they asked him what he thought about a specific group, and it's a group of neo-Nazis, I believe. And in his interview, he said, I do not support them because they are racist. Well, they cut out that part. So it was like, I support them. They cut it out and they edited it to make it look like he supported them. But when you watch the whole interview, he's
Right.
like, I don't support them.
And that's why they
So
can't
they were-
understand why Joe
Yeah.
Rogan's so freaking popular. It's because he's just asking questions. He's just a dude. He's just a
Yes.
dude. And he talks to him for 3 hours. He doesn't do that shit where it's like Kaz is saying, I hate immigrants. It's like, no, what he was talking about was he hated the process of being an immigrant into another country. But you clipped it, so it sounds like he said he hates immigrants. He was talking about the immigration process. But because you wanted to short it and have a hit piece, it's disgusting and disingenuous. I think that's part of it. I think the other thing, I think the big thing for a lot of these people was they live in these blue cities. And what has happened with drugs and with the immigration? Like, they're seeing their cities get torn apart. I mean, people are moving out of California because of that crap. They're moving out of New York City. And like Michael Rappaport was pissed that they had a guy, I think he beat up a New York cop or shot at him or something.
Oh, yeah.
And they let him go. They let him go. And Michael
He was out
Rappaport
the same
went.
day.
He went off. And I was like, finally. Because nobody's going to listen to, like me. They're not going to listen to you.
No.
But they'll listen to somebody like Michael Rappaport, Stephen A. Smith. But, you know, speaking of that, that's why cable news networks are they're going under. Former CNN
You're
Chris
telling me.
Litch viewers have lost trust in legacy media. This is why, because you're turned it into the Inquirer. Like when you go on there, and so they had a this is Yahoo Finance, by the way, but they had a like a roundtable discussion, and they were like, well, I can't understand why people watch Joe Rogan. And the guy is explaining why, because he's having a conversation. You can pretend to be somebody for 30, 45 minutes, but on a 3-hour podcast, you're eventually going to let your guard down. And Joe's such a likable, like, monkey that he gets people to open up and say things. I mean, he got Elon Musk to smoke pot live on his podcast.
It's
like
and
that-
what's funny is it's like everybody was like, I can't believe Elon smokes pot.
yeah,
Why not?
Yeah.
From what I understand, smoking pot's a good thing.
yeah. Well, it's funny though, but when he starts extolling the virtues of why people like Rogan, you could hear the people on the media go, ah. It's like nobody likes you. And it's corporatized to the point, like we've all, if you've been on the internet, you've all seen that where it starts out with one screen and then it goes to 2 screens and then it goes to 4, 8, 16, and the whole screen's filled up and they're all saying the exact same thing. Every
Yep.
news station across the country. People see that and they're like, oh, this shit's propaganda.
Oh yeah. But it takes some clicking. It's like we tell y'all gotta look at more than one thing. Because if you don't, you're just falling prey.
And
You just become prey.
and I'm pretty sure saw a 3% year-over-year decline in revenue, fueled in part by cord cutting. They said that more people are going to Twitter and YouTube to get their news than they are the legacy media, and they have only themselves to blame. When you pick a side in a fight, right? It doesn't matter. Like we picked Tyson in this fight, ride or die on Tyson. You pick a side on political discourse. It's ride or die. And when your side loses, people don't like watching losers. And everyone is sick up to their tits of the TDS bullcrap. They're sick of it. I don't want another 4 years of you people going, oh my God, Trump ate Wendy's. He must hate McDonald's now. he's racist against French. Like, we're sick of that shit.
Hey,
Focus on his policies.
I will tell you this though, the memes are great.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't care. Y'all keep them coming. Both sides, the TDS, both sides,
Yes.
they're great because they make me laugh. But right now,
You don't want it in
the
world
ones with
news,
the women,
though.
the ones with the women going bald and abstaining from sex, they're great.
Hey, what's
They're
what's
so
wild about
great.
that too? What's wild about that
So great.
is those people, and I think I brought it up last podcast. What pisses me off about that is they're shaving their heads, and then there's actual women that can't grow hair, and they're going to be lumped into this because of these lunatics.
No, not necessarily, because I'm not gonna lie to you. Sinead O'Connor looked good bald.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie to you.
we're gonna agree to disagree.
Hey,
I think you have a bias.
hey,
You got a bias.
I do have bias because I'm bald,
Yeah.
but I will tell you that there is a young lady on TikTok that is a DJ, and I'm fixing to lower the volume on my TikTok, and I'm going to give her a follow. She doesn't have much hair at all, and she is just drop dead gorgeous. And when I find her, I will tell you. It might take me an hour. But anyway, so I got
So-
another story.
Well, hold on. Well, I want to finish this. I
Always
really,
hold on.
I know.
I don't wanna
'Cause-
wait.
Well, you're gonna wait for just a second, or I'll mute you. I have the power. No, that was horrible. But I
You got my mouth dropped on that when you mute me. I haven't drank enough for that.
I really do think though. I think them, because it's easy to be one way politically when it doesn't affect you. It's like, yeah, I don't care. I live out in the woods. What do I care what the cities they can burn for all I care? Then when it moves out to your neck of the woods, you're like, somebody's going to do something, right? I think that stuff happening in those major cities, and those are places those people live, and they're like getting their homes broke into and all this. It's like, and then they're calling the police, and police are like, we don't have enough people. Sorry. And it's like, what the hell? What am I paying tax for? Exactly. Welcome to America, people. It should be us curtailing the power of government. You don't want the government telling you what to do, right? Because if it's a lefty, you don't want them to tell you got to live right. And if you're a righty, you don't want them to tell you to live left. Well, how can you avoid that? Limiting government power. Simple. And it's like, if you guys would just pay attention in civics class, it's like, come on, man.
But you know what's funny is I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and our kids are not in public school anymore. But yours just got out of public school, but they don't teach civics class anymore.
No, they don't. In fact, my son said he didn't even take a government class. I think that
Is
should
that
be
not crazy?
That's crazy. I think you should be
I think
mandatory.
I think it should. There should be quite a few mandatory classes that are not a shop class, a home ec class. I really think there should be a lot of classes that should be mandatory that are not. You definitely have to have a history class, and I think it should teach all history. And even when we took history, they didn't teach you everything.
Well, no.
You got a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Well, they broke it down into different. So when I moved to Oklahoma, they had Oklahoma history. I had to take that. You had American history, and then you had world history.
And world history, yes.
Yeah.
And now I'm not for sure if they teach any of those history classes anymore. You would know more than I would.
Yeah.
'Cause my sons have been out of school they graduated in 17. So
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense. They're smart. Anyway, what's your story? I'm sick of you bragging.
I'm old. How am I bragging that I'm old? That's
My
not good.
son's graduated 17 because they're smarter than the average bear. Look at me. Your son's a moron.
When did your oldest graduate?
Oh my
Do
God.
you need to get your toes out?
18? I don't even know.
So,
she's
see? So
26.
1 year after mine.
She's
Mine
25.
came in twos. You had yours separately. I got the shaft. You had yours separately.
I know.
So, So when you're looking at cars,
Mm-hmm.
what if you were to go out right now an affordable car? What is your thinking on buying an affordable car? What name brand are you thinking about buying?
Nissan, Toyota, probably those two. Maybe Kia. I don't know that much about Kia, but probably Nissan, Toyota.
Kia. I think Kia's a good car. A friend of mine's got a Kia.
I see a lot of them, but their logo's
see a lot.
bullshit. Because when I first saw it, I was like, K&N, who is that?
Yeah, but that's the new logo. It's just the K. It's that Kia. Do you know that there is a viral trend called the Kia Boys Challenge?
No, I'm looking that up.
Just the other day, they were in a buddy of mine's neighborhood chasing some people, the Kia gang, because they were stealing Kias.
What?
Teens across the nation have apparently been taught how to steal certain vehicles under minutes by a viral TikTok challenge.
Has led to 8 fatalities.
Yep.
This has been
The
going
thieves are
on since
reportedly-
it's manufactured between 2011 and 2021. So
Yep. 30 million views. Supposedly Kia, the key fobs will open multiple vehicles. So they drive around.
No.
They drive around beeping the key fobs that they already have and steal the cars. And all they're doing is joyriding them in it. They're not. And then, of course, somebody catches them, says their car's been reported stolen. Then they get into a police chase. And that's what happened. I want to say it was Tuesday night here in Oklahoma City. My buddy said he was driving home and the ghetto bird was over his house.
I was at work when that went over because I heard it.
Yeah,
I think that was probably because you can hear it. Those birds are not quiet.
No, yeah, he said
like-
they pulled it. They caught the minivan and I believe 3 other people because they're driving around. And this is a deal that started on TikTok. Is that not some crazy that
Yes.
somebody was like?
So here's
Hey,
what
guys.
it's.
Hey, guys.
The Kia
Look,
Challenge is a viral TikTok trend to which a series of motor vehicle thefts is attributed, targeting Kia and Hyundai vehicles in the United States.
Because they're owned. The Hyundai makes Kia. They're owned by the same company.
Okay. The trend, which began in October 22, has led to 8 fatalities. So most Kia vehicles are manufactured with immobilizers, electronic security devices that prevent the engine from starting unless a proper key is inserted. A system presented in most Hyundai vehicles in 2016. That use a steel key in comparison to a key fob and a push start mechanism. Kia Boys and the Theft. In February 21, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, began experience an increase in reckless driving and car thefts, particularly cars manufactured. In response, the police department began offering free steering wheel locks to owners.
The club.
The perpetrators of these cars remained isolated until a video circulated August showing an unidentified driver nearly striking pedestrians. The video was posted to TikTok. Okay. Oh, wow. This goes Australia, Canada, United States, New York.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because didn't the mayor of Chicago say he was going to sue Kia because these cars were too easy?
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a good reason not to buy them. I mean, so
That's crazy. Yeah, it's
so
just,
if the
it's
key,
basically them cutting costs and changing a code in your key fob to where it unlocks the door because the key may be cut the same.
so
like
it still
my
still
car's a
takes the
push
key.
button.
So it's yeah, that's what I was wondering. Because is it push button or is it the actual key?
But if it's a push button, you have to have the key fob. But without the key fob,
But if
it
the
won't
key
run.
but if the key fob unlocks the doors, wouldn't it also start the engine?
Obviously, it must.
So yeah,
So they're not programming it well enough because there's it's like a garage door opener. They have many different codes for the garage door openers to where they don't open. That's why people will drive around. You'll see people driving real slow through neighborhoods. If they're driving real slow through neighborhoods, they say they're trying to get their garage door opener to see if it will open somebody else's garage door.
that's why I have old fashioned shit. I'm not smart at technology because of this kind of stuff. That's crazy, dude. I did not know anything about this. Wow, just how thieves are stealing Hyundais and Kias with just a USB cable. Goodness gracious. Judge declines to approve the class action settlement. noting weak
And
proposed remedies. So I guess they have to come up with better remedies.
and also a lot of insurances will not insure Kias in certain places because
I don't
they're so
blame them.
easy to steal.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Kia needs to solve that problem, because you know how freaking expensive a damn car is.
Yeah.
You want to
I mean-
secure your investment. You don't want some jackass 14-year-old with TikTok and a freaking key fob to be able to steal your car. And
Yep,
let's
I
be
agree.
honest. Let's be honest. If you're buying a Kia, you're not a wealthy person. I'm just going to say it. You're not. You're a working class person. So these
Right.
people are screwing over average Joes and Janes with this bullshit.
Exactly.
You don't see that on Maseratis and Aston
and-
Martins.
And what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when this normal person is in the state of Oklahoma or Texas? You know, a concealed carry. Somebody walks out and is going
Clip,
to work
clip,
at
clip.
3 o'clock in the morning, and sees you getting in their car and decides to take action, and you become a victim
A
instead
statistic.
of him becoming a statistic. Instead of him becoming a statistic.
Yep.
All
Wow.
because of that. And it's happening all over the country.
Yeah, clearly the world. I mean, they got it in Australia and Canada's too.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, don't buy Kia, I guess, till they fix it.
Or Hyundai. And I've heard Dodge is pretty bad about it too. A friend of mine had their I think they had a 2022 Hellcat. She had a Hellcat.
Oh, those
SRT
are
Charger.
expensive. Those are
Not
expensive.
$80,000 car, and she drove to Dallas, had to fly to Dallas for work, and somebody stole her car out of the parking garage.
That's why I only drive a Gremlin. Nobody's gonna steal that.
What happened to the Pinto?
I have to get the engine remounted. It got loose.
I will tell you this. I know for a fact where there's a Pinto sitting right now if anybody wants to buy it.
How much?
I'm sure they would take anything to get it off their property.
I might go buy it. See me rolling. I'll put some big ass. What was it? The
Some
old.
dings.
No, put
wires.
big O speakers like
The
house.
Kragers. Oh,
But no,
yeah,
not
the-
Krager's. No, actual house speakers in there. just
Oh,
have them in that
but you
little
gotta put the old
hatchback.
school Krager wheels on it. Those old big Krager wheels on it. You got to do that.
Yeah, and have part of it primered. That way it looks classic. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm horrible.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I think that's it. I want to go watch the Tyson fight.
Not on yet. Just so y'all know, we are in. I've been just pulled it up. We're in the undercard fight. Let me see here. Ramos and come on now. Round 3.
Okay.
So we're still in the undercard fight. I'm not for sure how many undercards. It's Barrios, and Ramos.
And I'll probably maybe tonight after the fight I might stream some more Dragon Age if you guys are interested.
Excellent.
So
and Mac is going to watch
Yes.
Penguin
yes,
before he gets kicked in the gonads.
that's a joke. I like it. All right. Well,
Speaking of which, I got to tell y'all this. In one of the episodes of the new show that I'm watching, a lady gets taken. He drugs her drink. It's their mark. So it's an outsider drugs her drink. So they know she gets taken. All of a sudden, she's not there. They're like, she's been taken. They have a transponder on her necklace so they can follow her. They catch her. They catch him, fixing to rape her. So they take her away, and 2 guys hold him down. And her exact words were, "This is what they do to people in the Middle East that are accused of raping women." And she stomps on his balls multiple times. She said it is a proven way to change the way people act about or think about raping women. And she is stomping him like you stomp a spider.
Good.
Yes,
That's
and
good.
I was cheering. I was yelling at the screen like, "Oh my God!" She's like, "This is what we do in the Middle East." I was like, "Yeah."
You know what? Before we go, I wanted to talk about because it's been kind of
Okay,
a
we got time.
political,
Go ahead.
a little
Go ahead.
political. There
You
was
go from
a
balls to okay.
well, no, it has to do with the Middle East.
Okay.
These women are shaving their heads over a damn election.
Mhm.
It's we have had the longest running transition of power, peaceful transition of power, I think, in the world, because we handed off from party to party,
Yes.
election to
Yes.
election. There was a woman, and I don't know the context for it. You guys can go look it up, in the Middle East. She got in trouble or something, so she went out in her underwear and was walking around. The moral police got her. You know, you can follow the thread from there. And these women are shaving their heads and acting like entitled little cunts. And I said it. In this
Mhm.
country, well, there are women over there that can't even have similar, like, small. They have to cover. They have to do all this stuff, and you're worried about Orange Man bad. Like, check your privilege. You want to talk about
Yeah.
privilege?
I agree.
You are in the most privileged place in the world to be, and it's just
Yes. I
wake
agree.
wake up, and realize that, like, it's just an election. 4 years from now, it'll probably be a Democrat. You'll get your people back in. Stop. There are women in this world that are being treated like property. You know,
And,
instead of focusing
and
on this shit, why don't you start trying to spread the word to get those countries to
even
change?
and not even that. No, no, not even that. I don't think that's the right way to go because I'm gonna disagree with you on that because it's a different country. They have different beliefs. They have different ways of doing things. Whether we think it's right or wrong, that's a different country.
Yeah, I can see
What
that.
they
Yeah.
what they need to do is focus on their local,
Mm-hmm.
what they can change, because they can't change the presidency. They can't change what they can do, but they can change how they vote locally and change the way policies are done that way
Yeah.
and worry about themselves. And if they don't like it, get the hell out.
Yeah. I just watched this poor young lady, just at her wit's end, and I'm just like, she doesn't have any freedoms. Like, there's some places in this world where they're bought and sold. Sex
Yes, very
slavery
true.
is still going on. And
Yes,
these
it is.
people are sitting here going,
And it's
oh
got
my
big
God,
again.
Trump. Yeah, it is. I mean, they've had huge stings this year that we've talked
Yes.
about. And it's like, that stuff is horrific. It's like, God, stop. There's real nasty stuff in the world. Trump's the least of it. Politics is the least of it. You know?
Yes.
Anyway, with that positive note, I think
Go
let's.
Mike Tyson.
I hope when we see Jake Paul next, he's missing an ear. That's all I'm saying.
Did you see that he posted that he had a diamond plated ear cover?
Oh,
It was beautiful. So the jabs were being thrown. He was like, I got my diamond plated ear cover for the fight. It was nice. It was, I mean, the way he did it was nicely done. I'm not going to lie to you. It was nicely done. It was nicely done.
Oh my God! All right, so we're gonna keep
I had
YouTube.
one more. I did tell you the.
Oh yeah, go
Can I
ahead.
tell you the toad venom story?
Okay, we're
I
gonna
don't think I
save. We're
did, did
gonna
I?
we're gonna put that on YouTube. We're gonna save that story for
Okay.
YouTube. So, for those of you listening to the audio, where can they find us? YouTube, obviously. Odd Times
Yes,
Podcast.
Definitely. Yeah, give us a like, a follow, a share. Let us know what you think on YouTube.
Middle
We'll
fingers,
take,
whatever. We'll take
Yes.
whatever.
yeah, we'll take all the criticism, good and bad. We want it both. I think both are good to me. Hit us up on the X, Odd Times Podcast, TikTok, Odd Times Podcast. We're on the gram, and they can send us emails, oddtimespodcast@yahoo.com, and I think they can find you on X somewhere.
Odd Mac Guy, spelled with 2 Y's. No, just kidding. Yeah, Odd Mac Guy on
And just
Twitter.
follow the porn box.
Yes. Yeah. I've got like 300 followers. Most of them are porn bots. Cool. So for those of you listening to the audio, we will see you next time.
Yep, love you.
Yep. Well, Some of you. Some of
Piece
you.
of chicken grease.
Damn it! I was trying to end it before you said that. Peace. See you next
I didn't
week.
get it in last week.
I know. I stopped it ahead of time. So now we're just on YouTube. So what's this?
So, did I
frog
tell
venom?
you? Did I tell you that Mike Tyson was using toad venom?
What? No.
Yes, he's literally in an interview with who is the Hispanic girl from White Men Can't Jump?
Oh, I have no idea. I've never seen
Okay,
that.
Rosie Perez.
Okay.
So Rosie Perez, which I think she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. Now her voice, not so much.
She's got that New York, right?
Yes, it's a New York Hispanic. It's she's Puerto Rican, I do believe, but she's doing an interview with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said he smoked toad venom. He said what you do is you dry the toad venom out, which you know toads that are colored are poisonous. So even to humans, you're not supposed to touch it. If you see a pretty frog with pretty like bright colors means venomous. You're not supposed to touch them because they can. I don't think you'll get sick, but you could. So what they do is they take the toad venom. Somehow they scrape it off. I looked it up. They scrape it off. They dry it up, and then they smoke it. Well, he said he smoked toad venom and saw God. Had a conversation with God.
Oh my
And
God.
no,
You're getting in
and
the
God-
ring with this dude? Okay.
And God said, "Fight Jake Paul," and that's why he's fighting Jake Paul.
Okay. It's. Let me see if I can find this. Hold
He's a
on.
crazy man. You gonna get in a ring with him?
Yeah.
Nah. He bites ears off. He has tigers for pets and gets a tattoo on his face. No, I'm not getting in a ring with him. I don't care how old he is.
Okay. I'm gonna put this up and probably get copyright struck. This is on YouTube. I'm just gonna play a minute of it.
Oh man, Derek is very rude person.
I want
But
to give
soon
it to me.
he will
baby.
learn manners. I will torture his body.
I will torture his
that
body.
his soul learns to be humble.
He's not showing it to me.
It's getting ready to show
There
up.
you go.
That's you guys go find this. Ultimate Fighter goes to the next level. Key and Peele. He's like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to weep for his family. I'm going. That's like fighting Mike Tyson right now. It's like, come on, man. Come. This dude, he's not all there. He's for sure got some CTE. It's like guys at work were picking on Duke, and they're like,
Oh yeah.
they're going after this guy, and if you know Duke, you know he's not the exact picture of mental health. Like this guy is, he has demons, and sometimes the demons, they get out, and he does things like fist fight people on the shoulder of the highway for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
He's not all there, and he has weapons, and guys are like, I'm gonna pick a fight with him. I'm like, dude, he will eat your face off. That is not the guy that I want to be picking a fight with. Just because he's nice here, you haven't seen the dark side. Just stay away from Duke. He is no. It's like fighting Tyson. I don't know that there's enough money in the world to make me do that. I would definitely take a dive. Like we would not be a good fight because we'd touch gloves and I'd be like, oh, my wrist. Like, I don't want to get my face eaten off. God told him to fight Jake Paul. Where did you see that at?
I can't remember where I saw that. Oh, you know where I saw that? I was listening to ESPN radio last night, and they played it over the air. The interview with Rosie Perez.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Cardi B makes music for girls who say my kids are my world when their grandmother has custody. I'm just saying. We may not all agree on politics, but I'm sure we all want to see Mike Tyson knock Jake Paul out in the first round.
We
Yes,
definitely did.
yes, we do.
definitely did. We
Oh.
definitely did.
You guys should start like interacting with us a little more because we can share some of our very derelict humor. I appreciate it. You'd
Yeah.
appreciate it, but
Definitely.
I think that UFC pillow fight? Oh hell yeah. Okay. Next week, we're gonna have another banger of a show, and we'll talk about the Penguin. We'll definitely talk about the last 2 episodes of the Penguin, and we will talk.
Just the last episode. We talked about episode 7. Didn't we?
I don't think we did
No, I don't think we did. You're right.
because
You're right.
I hadn't watched it, or you hadn't. One of us hadn't
Well,
watched
you
it.
hadn't watched it.
Oh yeah, blame me. It's always my fault.
It
God.
is always your fault.
It's just like being married all over again. But yeah, well, we'll do that, and then we'll hopefully
That's fucking great.
we'll break down.
Listen back. You don't do what I tell you.
Oh, if you're gonna start this shit, I'll turn this car around. I'm sick of this. Never know where you want to eat. It's just ridiculous. Nothing's ever good enough for you.
I like that. I like that. Have you seen? This is the way you do it. I saw a guy do this. He said, "This is how you help your significant other figure out how or where you're going to eat." You say, "Guess where we're going to eat?" And when they guess,
Yes.
whatever they guess, that's what you say. How did you know? How are you so good at guessing?
So the other way to do it is when she says she doesn't know, you just go. You don't tell her where we're going. We're going to go get food. And I don't want to eat here. Cool. You can sit in the car. And then you go eat. That's another way you can do it.
I haven't done that one. That one scares me.
Yeah. You're married to a redhead. I wouldn't try that if I were
That
you.
one scares me.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters what color hair you're married to. That one scares me. That one ends up when you wake up with a pillow over your face, or
You
her
wake
sitting
up and
on
you're
you,
like,
her sitting on you, just looking, and you like, huh?
I didn't know you'd wake up so soon, huh?
Exactly. She's just sitting there staring at you, sitting on your chest.
Yeah.
Huh. How are you today?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh,
But
my
I have
God.
one more thing before we go.
Absolutely.
I know
Shoot.
I've probably said this. I'm watching an old interview. It just popped up on YouTube.
Okay.
Michelle Yeoh is so beautiful.
That is from Touching Dragons, Crouching Tiger.
Crouching Tiger, your hidden dragon.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. Why did I say Touching Dragons? I've seen too many boobs on Twitter today, I guess. Touch my dragon.
I wonder what kind of anime are you watching?
Oh, it's you can't get it in some regions.
Yes, it's banned. You have to show your ID. You actually got to show your ID and scan it.
So, if you're on YouTube and you have any movie recommendations, I still haven't watched Alfred Hitchcock. I've been looking for him here recently because it's getting.
History. I thought you watched one.
I did. I watched the.
No, you watched Abbott and Costello.
Oh, that's
what it
right. That's right. I was like, wait, did I?
was. Let's see.
So
Yeah,
I need to do that. Mama Kaz told me that I needed to watch some Hitchcock. So I've got that on my to-do list. But if you have another movie
Well,
recommendation,
you've seen Psycho, right?
no, never seen.
You've never seen the
I
original Psycho?
no, I watched the one with Vince Vaughn. Part of it. I was like, this is weird with Vince
Okay, so
Vaughn.
you have Psycho, North by Northwest, Vertigo, The Birds. I would say start off with The Birds. Let's see, where's The Birds? The Birds is on Netflix.
Okay, then I'll give that one a shot, and we'll talk about that next week. We'll
right,
also
I'll watch it too.
break down the Tyson fight. Hopefully, it's good.
Tyson fight, the Penguin.
Yeah, the Penguin. But if you have any recommendations, by all means, hit us up. Just type in the name of a show and send it to us, and we'll watch it, even if it's bad, horribly bad.
Psycho's on Netflix also.
What is?
Psycho.
Okay. Well, I might have to
Start
watch
with The Birds. Start with The Birds.
Okay. Will do.
Alrighty, guys.
And next week, no
Have a
more
great week.
politics, unless somebody
Nope.
does something real damn stupid, and then we'll bring it up. We're gonna have.
Or hold on. I'm just gonna let y'all know. 4 years, I'm voting Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard is running for president.
She switched her party, bro.
I don't give a damn what party it is. I'm just saying.
So we can be as shallow as the left. Be like, she has the right parts for me.
Yes, she does. And a gray streak in her hair.
God, she is beautiful.
I don't. That rogue thing. I even had a buddy of mine bring that up.
And
to
she
me.
can shoot guns, dude. Oh,
He was like that gray streak. We were gaming today. He brought her up. He was
What's
like,
wrong with
that
the-
lady? He was like, "What's that lady's name? What's that lady's name that's going to be the defense?" I said, "You mean Tulsi Gabbard?"
how dare him?
How dare you?
He's not your.
know
He's
Tulsi
not your.
Gabbard?
He's not your game friend. He's not.
Yes,
He's,
that's what I said. I said, "How can you be my friend and not know Tulsi Gabbard's name?" I said. He said, "But that streak in her hair." I said, "Do you not know who Rogue is?"
Oh no.
I was like, I said,
Breaking.
The
Oklahoma.
audacity. The audacity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Real quick, Oklahoma has announced Bibles are coming back to their classroom. Oklahoma is the first state to bring them back.
Well,
I don't
last I knew, they didn't have the money to buy.
I don't necessarily agree with that either. So.
I definitely don't agree with that. We talked about that.
Yep. Okay, guys, we'll see
Catch
you
y'all later. Love
yeah.
you.